So in this question, a system of non-concurrent forces are given. So here we are required to find the resultant of the force, okay, the magnitude, direction and position of the resultant force. So let's solve this problem. So in this question, this 150 Newton is an inclined force. So we'll resolve this 150 Newton into the horizontal and vertical component, and then we'll further analyze the problem. So here I have redrawn the figure. I have marked the forces 200 Newton, 100 Newton and 100 Newton as given in the question. Now I have to resolve this 150 Newton. Okay, and 45 degree is also given. So I am resolving it into the horizontal component. This will be 150 cos 45 degree. And the vertical component will be 150 sine 45 degree. So I have resolved this inclined force into two components, 150 cos 45 degree, 150 sine 45 degree. Now let's find the resultant force. Resultant force R is equal to root of sigma fx square plus sigma fy square. Right? So let's find out sigma fx and sigma fy. So to calculate sigma fx, we consider the forces along the x-axis or in the horizontal direction. So here we have 100 Newton and 150 cos 45 degree, right? So the forces along the right is taken as positive and the forces along the left is taken as negative. So here sigma fx is 100 minus 100 because this 100 Newton is towards the left, taken as negative, plus 150 cos 45 degree. So that is sigma fx is equal to, calculate the value, 106.07 Newton. Now let's calculate sigma fy. So towards the upwards direction it's positive, towards the downward direction would be negative. So consider the vertical forces. 200 Newton is acting upwards, right? So plus 200. Now look at this figure. 150 sine 45 degrees acting in the downward direction, right? So that is minus 150 sine 45 degrees. So this is the sign convention that we are using, right? So that is equal to 93.93 Newton. So we have calculated sigma fx and sigma fy. Substitute the value for R. Resultant R is equal to root of sigma fx square plus sigma fy square. That is square root of 106.07 square plus 93.93 square. Calculate the value and we'll get the resultant as 141.68 Newton. This is the resultant force. Okay, this is the resultant force. Now we have to find the inclination with horizontal. So inclination of the resultant theta is equal to, the formula is written here, tan inverse mode of sigma fy by sigma fx. Just substitute the values for sigma fy and sigma fx. We've already found the values. Just substitute the values as 93.93 by 106.07. Taking the tan inverse, we get theta is equal to 41.53. That is the inclination of resultant. So resultant, we've already got the value as 141.68 Newton. 141.68 Newton. And the angle of inclination of the resultant with the horizontal is 41.53. Now, until this question, we have found the magnitude of resultant, direction of resultant. Next, we have to find the position of the resultant force with respect to point A. So for that, I am redrawing the figure, the question. So here we have to find the sum of moment of forces about point A. So this is the point A. I'll also mark the remaining points B, C, D. So this is the complete figure. We have to find the moment of each of these forces marked in green color with respect to point A, about point A. So let's take point A. This 100 Newton is passing through this point A. So the effect or the moment cost is 0, right? 100 Newton is passing through this point A. So the effect is 0. Also 150 cos 45 degree, if we consider the line of action of this force, it's passing through point A. So 150 cos 45 degree also is causing no moment with respect to point A. So this 100 Newton and 150 cos 45 degree with respect to point A, the moment caused is 0, right? Always consider point A. Now let's take 200 Newton. This 200 Newton, this force 200 Newton, we'll draw the line of action. We'll extend this line of action. So this is the line of action of 200 Newton. This is the distance with respect to point A. The perpendicular distance between the line of action of force and the point A that we are considering is, this is the perpendicular distance. So that is 2 meter. Now, so 200 into the distance is 2 meter. Now, is it positive or negative? That is it clockwise direction moment or anti-clockwise direction moment? With respect to point A, consider 200 Newton. The effect is in this direction. Okay, so it's in the anti-clockwise direction. It's in the anti-clockwise direction with respect to point A. So that is minus 200 into 2. So this is done. Now next we have 100 Newton. Okay, with respect to point A, let's extend this line of action. This is the distance. Okay, between the line of action of force 100 Newton and the point A, this entire distance. Okay, that is 100 into AB distance. AB distance. That whole AB distance is 4 meter. So, is it clockwise or anti-clockwise moment with respect to point A? With respect to point A, this 100 Newton is considered. It's moving in the clockwise direction, right? It's moving in the clockwise direction. So, that's plus 100 into this distance AB, right? Now we have remaining, this force is done, 200 Newton is done. Now remaining is this force, 150 sine 45 degree. So between this force, 150 sine 45 degree and the point A, this is the distance. The perpendicular distance is AD. So that is 150 sine 45 degree into AD is the distance. 150 sine 45 degree with respect to point A is acting in the clockwise direction, right? Clockwise direction with respect to point A. So that is plus 150 sine 45 into AD. That is the moment sigma MA is equal to, right? So AB distance is 4 meter, AD distance is also 4 meter. So that is minus 200 into 2 plus 100 into 4 plus 150 sine 45 degree into AD distance is also 4 meter. Calculate the value for sigma MA 424.26 Newton meter. And it's positive, which indicates it's acting. The sigma MA is acting in the clockwise direction. Here I have marked the resultant R is equal to 141.68 Newton acting at an angle of 41.53 degree with horizontal. I have marked the resultant here in this figure. Let's say X is the perpendicular distance between the point A and the line of action of resultant force. So this is the X distance. What we know already is the resultant force into the perpendicular distance between a particular point A and the line of action of force will be equal to the sum of moments of all the forces with respect to point A. We've already learned this formula. So now we know what sigma MA is. We've already calculated the value as 424.26, right? 424.26 Newton meter. We also know the resultant, the value is 141.68. So we can find this perpendicular distance x, right? So we can find or calculate the value for x is equal to, it's 3 meter. We get it as 3 meter. Now in the question what is asked is the position of the resultant force R, okay, with respect to E. That is, we have to find this distance AE, okay, AE. So for this, consider the triangle AEF. Consider the triangle AEF, okay. Now we can find sine 41.53 degree is equal to, what is sine of this angle? Opposite side by hypotenuse, okay. Opposite side is x, by hypotenuse is AE. So sine 41.53 degree is equal to opposite side x by hypotenuse AE, okay, hypotenuse AE. We calculate the value for x is 3 meter. Sine 41.53 degree is equal to 3 by AE. We can calculate the distance AE.